It was a warm summer night in Los Angeles, the kind of night where the city seemed to hold its breath. The usual sounds of cars, laughter, and music were subdued, leaving an eerie calm over the streets. But that peace would not last. A sudden, sharp bang pierced the night. One neighbor, startled awake, rushed outside to investigate, only to freeze in horror. On the concrete floor, a young woman lay bleeding, her body trembling. She whispered a single word, "Why?" before losing consciousness. That young woman was Rebecca Schaefer, a 21-year-old rising actress whose bright future would be extinguished in an instant. Her life, filled with promise and ambition, was about to become a tragic story that shocked Hollywood and changed laws forever. Rebecca was born in Eugene, Oregon, the only child of Dana and Benson Schaefer. Her parents were devoted, loving, and deeply committed to providing her with a safe and nurturing environment. Dana, a writer, and Benson, a child psychologist, encouraged her creativity and curiosity. From a young age, Rebecca displayed a natural talent for performing. She would put on small skits and performances for her family and friends, captivating them with her energy, humor, and charm. While she initially dreamed of becoming a rabbi, inspired by her Jewish upbringing, Rebecca's interests gradually shifted toward the arts. She discovered that performing, modeling, and acting were not only her passions but also her calling. By the age of 16, Rebecca had made a life-changing decision. She moved to New York City to pursue modeling, leaving the comfort of home and her family behind. She had little money, few connections, and no guarantee of success. Living in a small apartment with other aspiring models, Rebecca quickly discovered the harsh realities of the fashion world. She faced constant rejection, often for superficial reasons, such as being too short at 5 feet 7 inches. While this might seem ordinary to most in the modeling industry, it was a significant barrier. Despite these challenges, Rebecca refused to give up. She learned resilience, discipline, and the importance of perseverance, qualities that would serve her well as she transitioned into acting. Her acting career began modestly. She took small roles in television movies and soap operas, gradually gaining experience and confidence. In 1984, she appeared as Annie Barnes on One Life to Live, a role that, though minor, gave her valuable exposure. However, her true breakthrough came after she was featured on the cover of 17 magazine. That cover photo caught the attention of television producers and casting agents, opening doors to bigger opportunities. Soon after, Rebecca landed the role of Patty Russell in the hit comedy series My Sister Sam. The show became a beloved staple on television, and Rebecca quickly became a household name. Audiences were drawn to her charm, relatability, and fresh, innocent presence on screen. As her fame grew, so did the attention from fans. Rebecca cherished the connections she made with her admirers, often taking the time to respond to letters personally. Most of these letters were heartwarming, expressing admiration and encouragement. But among the many well-wishers was a man whose interest would turn into a dangerous obsession: Robert John Bardot. Robert's background was troubled. He was the youngest of 7 children, raised in a home marked by dysfunction and abuse. His father was an alcoholic who subjected the family to violence and neglect, and his older siblings often bullied him. Diagnosed with bipolar disorder, Robert struggled to control his anger and impulses. As a young adult, he became obsessed with celebrities, first fixating on Samantha Smith, a child activist and actress. After Samantha's untimely death, Robert transferred his obsessive tendencies to Rebecca Schaefer. His obsession escalated over the years. He began meticulously tracking her work, sending letters that he interpreted as a personal connection, and fantasizing about controlling her life. By 1989, his behavior had become increasingly dangerous. He hired a private detective in Tucson, Arizona, to locate Rebecca's home address, paying $250 for the information. He obtained a firearm with the help of his brother and traveled to Los Angeles, determined to confront her in person. On July 18, 1989, Robert arrived in West Hollywood, moving door to door, asking neighbors if Rebecca lived there. When he finally encountered her in the lobby of her apartment building, Rebecca, unaware of the full extent of the danger, responded politely but firmly, telling him to leave. At that moment, ordinary caution became fatal. Unable to accept rejection, Robert pulled a gun from his bag and shot Rebecca at close range. She fell to the ground, whispering the haunting word, "Why?" before losing consciousness. Within 30 minutes, her life was over. The investigation that followed revealed chilling details of Robert's meticulous planning. He had obtained her personal information through official channels, carried a concealed weapon, and tracked her movements. The court found that his actions were premeditated, and despite defense arguments citing mental illness, he was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. Rebecca's tragic death sparked nationwide attention and led to significant legal and societal changes. California criminalized stalking, allowing law enforcement to intervene before obsession escalates into violence. The Driver's Privacy Protection Act of 1994 restricted access to private information from DMV records, preventing strangers from easily obtaining home addresses. Specialized police units were created to protect public figures, recognizing the real dangers that fame can bring. Even decades later, Robert Bardot's obsession remained evident. In prison, he drew portraits of Rebecca alongside notorious killers and other celebrities, and admitted in interviews, "I couldn't stop thinking about her. I liked her, and I might have taken it too far." This confession underscores the chilling reality of obsessive behavior and the lasting impact of his actions. Rebecca's story is more than a tale of tragedy. It is a lesson on the fragility of safety, the dangers of unchecked obsession, and the resilience of laws and communities in response to loss. Her life, though cut short, led to reforms that protect countless others today. It forces us to ask uncomfortable questions. How often do obsession and warning signs go unnoticed? Could Rebecca's murder have been prevented if the right measures were taken sooner? Her memory endures in the hearts of her family, fans, and those who study her story as a cautionary example. Rebecca Schaefer's life reminds us that even the brightest stars can be vulnerable, and that vigilance, awareness, and legal protection are vital in a world where admiration can turn deadly. Thanks for watching Criminology Insights. What do you think could have been done to prevent Rebecca's death? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Stay alert, stay vigilant, and join us next time for another chilling true crime story.